Hey there. I have an exciting new way to practice, and it is a game changer. Um, Thank you, Dr. Molly uh, Gabrian, or Gabrian. I believe it's probably Gabrian. Um, she is a neuroscientist and professional violist, and has done a remarkable job on learning how to practice in reference to the fastest way to learn and using neuroscience studies, several studies that have some very interesting methods that actually work, and it's proven. So anyway, get her book, check it out. She's got a YouTube channel. I'll link that stuff in the description. Okay, so I have had, like when I'm doing my video progress videos, I have these whack-a-mole mistakes. I'm making a silly mistake on different inventions for no reason. So anyway, I see that this is the problem, and the fix is to have, it's called, her method of practice is called interleaving, and also random practice. So now I'm not sure if it's, her original idea, but she's really advanced at the method. And I think during COVID, she really had time to put it all together and make some really great videos and write her book and all that. Anyway, I don't I know all. I just found her, so I really shouldn't be speaking like I know all about it because I don't. But all I know is I've done just a little bit of that type of practice, and I can feel the power immediately. It's unbelievable. I'm on Invention 11, uh, relearning the Bach Inventions, and it is definitely the hardest one for me so far. And this method of practice, I can feel how strong it's going to be. I I shouldn't even be playing it yet because um, it's really is difficult, and I haven't worked on it that long. However, so just after like a couple sessions of this random practice, I really, like I say, feel like I can will learn this thing quicker than ever, and I'll be able to clean up all of my other inventions. I'll start with two and go ahead and because I have one down pretty well, but I'll start with two and go ahead and do this random practice method, and I'll refine it and get my method down better before I explain it in detail as much as I can. But so what I did as my first idea, so I don't have to do a lot of paperwork to keep it straight, is I got some wooden, no, they're like Scrabble letters, so little numbers with wooden numbers. Um, and what I'm doing is using the last number because, anyway, I don't want to bore you with the details. So I'm using these numbers. I pick them up, and what I've done is broken up Invention 11 into 9 sections. Now, your section depends on your skill level. Everyone's different. You want to make it, a phrase or something that makes musical sense. Anyway, I don't want to get into all of these details. That's not what this video is about. I just want to let you know that I'm using this fantastic new practice method, and I'm very excited. And I believe it will really finally solve my problem of relearning these 15 inventions without an error, playing them all at once. So, and just to show what I am doing with this, I've only done it, I think, twice, and I want to do repeat each section, I think 6 times I should do, and I'm going to do like 3 and then take a break. I forget if it's an hour or 6 hours, whether if I have time, and then do the other 3. Anyway, it's more complicated than that. You also space things out. So, like I said, I don't want to get into all that yet, but briefly, I take up my letters and pick one, and this is number 7. So that means I will do section 7 of my invention 11. And let's see, which one is that? And when you do it enough, you should know your sections just like that without even looking. I'm not there yet, that's for sure. Okay, see now, and that's the thing. You have one chance to do it properly, and you want to try to do it slow enough or whatever to do it properly in rhythm with dynamics as you intend. And that I should have warmed up at least a little bit. I didn't warm up at all. I haven't played for several hours here. So that's say one section. I'm going to say that's good enough where I might, it's a little iffy, but I'm going to let that go just to show you what's up. And that's the other thing. If you don't do it well, you have to put the number back in and do it again. Of course, the number thing's my thing. However, you keep track of it. Now we have section 6. So I'll do section 6. Boy, that's not an easy one. Okay. And like I say, the length of your sections can vary according to, what you are capable of at the time. And it'll change as you get better. So each section I'm going to do 3 times the way I intend. And there'll be different sections in the piece. So not the same ones and not in order. So the next one, it would be actually that's 6. I don't want to do next again right away. Pick another, and number 3. So okay, all right. I'm not gonna go do all of these. So we interrupt this broadcast to explain that doing each random section 3 times in total, not all at once, is my individual choice. Everyone's different. I think Molly does her sections 6 times, and I believe it's 3, and she pauses, I'm not sure for how long, and then does another 3. But don't quote me on that. And I think I'll do that, actually. But you have to get the right number according to your skill level, and I'm not sure if there's any perfect repetition number for each random section. So as mentioned, I'm going to start out with 3, pause, and 3. Now we continue with our regular broadcast. Well, I wasn't going to try to play because it's way too early. Way too early. I've only practiced this method twice, so, and I don't want to mess it up. But you know what? I always like taking risks. So let me give it a shot. Number 11. Whoa, that's pretty close. Yikes. I tell you what, get the book. See you next video.